future plans for this car. I will probably get into that stuff a little bit later today in the video. Right now, I am currently driving. I'm going out for like a little weekend cruise or whatever. It's just kind of a nice day, sun was out. Figured I'd take the car out and go hit some like nice back roads. I'm probably not going to really film the driving portion either, just because I don't want to bore you guys with like POV content or anything. I'll probably give you a couple sound clips here and there, but I'm not planning on like throwing a GoPro on my head or anything. But I guess you can hear the car a little bit right here through the trees. Pretty much though, what's been going on is I've just been extremely busy with work and life and everything, so I haven't really had the time to really post any videos, nor did I really have the content, because it's not like I was buying parts for the car or doing anything like that, and I really hate to make the same videos over and over. I'd rather put out decent content for you guys than me just sit there and bore you with like a bunch of POV drives or something like that. But like I said, I'll probably get into all that stuff later in the video, and I guess I'll pick it back up later after I go for a nice little cruise. I was going to give you guys a little bit of sound clips just because of how good this thing sounds, especially out here with all the trees. Can't turn my signal off right now, but well, I thought I was, but this car's going to go really slow out here. Alright, so I figured while I'm letting this thing cool down, because I'm probably going to end up washing it just because it has a bunch of bugs and stuff on it from me driving the last 2 weeks, figured I would finally go over some of the things I was talking about earlier and kind of my future plans for this car, mainly over the winter. Most of you know that eventually, obviously, I want this car boosted, but I don't know if that's really in the equation right now, just because honestly, I've kind of enjoyed it where it's at. It's just reliable, knock on wood. But it's kind of been a really good car and I can drive it anywhere and I don't really have to worry about it as much. But eventually I do want to add some boost. I know obviously everybody wants to see that too. I will say that the very next thing that needs to happen, which is probably going to happen over the winter, just whenever the car is kind of just chilling in the garage a lot more and I'm not really driving it because it's really cold and possibly even snowing outside. But I really want to do some upgraded brakes. I want to do some 13-inch in the front. I think that's the upgrade size. I think these are 11 and like 11.65 inches, I think. And I want to go to a 13-inch. I think that's what's on the Terminators. But I really want to do those in the front and also in the back as well. I don't know if I'm going to kind of cheap out for now and kind of get some like good brakes, but not really like throwing Brembos on the car or anything, because it really doesn't need Brembos. For what I drive and what I do, it would be nice because it's more of a back road, like curvy mountain car, and it's really kind of where I take this car. It's not really a straight line car, obviously. I would really like to do some brakes. I don't know if I want to go with like power stop, or I mean, who knows? I mean, maybe I will end up just going with the Brembos And I don't know if I would do like the Cadillac ATS-V like conversion kit that you can do, or if I'll just do the ones from like the Cobra R. And then I also figured while I was in there doing that, I'm probably just gonna go ahead and redo all the wheel bearings and studs and everything, just get that stuff all sorted out while I'm in there, all that stuff's done. And then eventually I would really like to throw some coilovers on the car. I would probably only do coilovers in the front, and then I would do some adjustable lower control arms in the rear, just to get that ride height a little bit better. But as far as that, that's kind of my future plans as of right now. I just really want to get the car sitting a little bit lower once this thing isn't really like a daily, quote unquote. But I want to do that, and then eventually I'm also going to do the brakes and get all the bearings and everything all brand new. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I was like really close to ordering a 99 to 01 Cobra bumper, because I'm sure a lot of you guys seen that LMR just came out with that. But I figured, like, I've always wanted those bumpers on this car. That was always my ultimate bumper, that with like a Cervini style hood. Hear me out, I'm probably not gonna do that anymore, mainly because that was obviously one of the most sought after bumpers that you could get, other than the Terminator bumper. But everybody's done the Terminator. I mean, pretty much any 2-valve VC probably has a Terminator front end on it, and now it's gonna have a 9901 front end on it. So really, there's gonna be a very small portion of cars that is still like a completely stock body, and that's kind of where I'm just gonna keep the car for now, because I'm probably just gonna eventually throw a hood on it and maybe like a wing or something, not exactly sure. But that's not really anything in my like ballpark of what I want to do right now. It's really just focusing on the suspension and the brakes, get that stuff dialed in a little bit more, because obviously, like I said, I drive a lot more of the curvy roads, kind of like you seen in the beginning of the video. That's where I usually take my car to. I can have a lot of fun out there. Nobody's gonna mess with me, and obviously it's a very like controlled environment. No, it's not the racetrack, so I'm not as stupid as I could be on like a racetrack, but it's still very fun to me. And obviously you just gotta be smart out there, and you kind of gotta know where you're gonna have fun at and where you can't. I guess that's pretty much my future plans as of right now. So I mean, you can be expecting that stuff probably in the winter. I'll probably be ordering some brakes here sometime soon, and after that, maybe throwing some coilovers on the car. Also, another thing that I kind of need to update you guys on is the fact that I know I haven't really filmed anything with that white 5.0 that you guys have seen, and well, the last video I posted, you seen that that car was being listed for sale, and well, it did sell. It actually sold like within 2 or 3 days of the listing. He got what he was asking for it, and it was actually a guy my age who came and bought the car, and he was gonna kind of keep it as like a daily, kind of like he was doing. He was kind of just having like a cool daily, but he mainly bought it for Mustang Week. So I guess that's pretty much gonna be the update of what I plan on doing. I know that it's not really too much of a crazy video, but I am probably gonna be washing this thing, even though it doesn't look dirty on the camera. I promise it is. I mean, even the front bumper, you can see it's all chewed up with bugs now that I have actually went and drove it even a little bit harder today. But I mean, everything's pretty much still the same on the car. Yeah, I think it's exactly the same way since Mustang Week. I mean, I haven't really driven that much. It's been really just a weekend thing where I'll go take it out on the weekends. And luckily it has been really sunny here, but it has been starting to get a little bit colder. So I'm really trying to take some use of those warmer days. I know there's not gonna be that much of them that's gonna be happening that much anymore. So I guess I'm probably gonna go and pull this thing out and get this thing all cleaned up, and I'll pick it back up after that. All right, so I did finally get the car all cleaned up, and I ended up coming to the same exact spot as earlier, just because it's better lighting right here, and because you got all these cool buildings and everything. But I mean, the thing's looking pretty good. It always cleans up really good. I'm very happy with how it looks right now. I guess that's pretty much gonna be the end of the video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below. Do all that good stuff, helps me out a ton. And I guess I'll catch you guys on the next one.